Hey there, Libra. My name is Jessica. I'm going to be doing your September 26th reading. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And this is going to be, the fates. Something here is fated. Something here that has gone round and round. Perhaps you're repeating old patterns or doing the same thing over and over and over again. I'm an intuitive reader, as well as I do know what the cards mean. I just also use my intuition. I've been doing this for close to 8 years. So what message have we got for the Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising for September 2026? What is the message we got for you guys? We got Curiouser and Curiouser. Growing up in nonsense. We got a lot of messages here. Usually I don't get more than one on these Alice in Wonderlands. So we have it's time to talk sense, discovery, inquiry, weirdness, and curiosity. You know, it's August, but all the leaves are dying because it's been so dry and it looks like fall out there. And growing up, wanting to grow and experience rejection of perpetual youth. So I'm just going to read some of these real quick. Curiouser and Curiouser. New and unfamiliar places and surroundings, a lack of general lack of familiarity, a turn of events, changing as a person. New interests and talents are being discovered. So for some of you Libras, you might be picking up new hobbies, spending time with new people, learning new things. 17. I also have growing up. Understanding that the years bring lessons to you, embrace becoming older. Understanding wisdom can bring the wisdom that can come with age. Being young at heart, yet yearning for encounters that will help you evolve, grow, and experience. So you could be looking for new experiences, new hobbies, new people, because you are changing as a person. You are evolving. I feel like you are ascending here. And then we have nonsense. Standing up for yourself when someone is behaving in a way that is silly and unfair, refusing to be cowed, pointing out a person's bad behavior. Well, if anybody can do it, it's a Libra, right? Surprising yourself with your power and being brave. Round and round. Are you arguing with the same people? Are you dealing with the same type of behaviors? The spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated. Cycles you are challenged to break. Revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. So maybe what this is saying is if a behavior, a person's behavior, if something has been continuing to happen the same way, you're going to be bringing another perspective, an older, wiser perspective to that situation. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these and we're going to get to your tarot. Okay, Libra? Again, this is Sun, Moon, Rising for September 26th. All right, what message have we got for Libras, please, for September 26th? What you don't see coming is that you can't make a decision. Well, I think we saw that coming, didn't we, Libra? I think we all know you can't make a decision. But also this is getting things in balance, weighing your options. For some of you, it is, work-life balance. For some of you, it is paying the bills and seeing what's coming in and what's coming out. It could be trying to make a decision as well. So I feel as if this month there could be arguments. 5 of Swords. I feel like somebody here is challenging you. And didn't we say that? Nonsense. Someone who's challenging you. And you're going to be able to stand up for them. They want to win no matter what. This could be you. This could be someone else. This could be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. This is just someone being bitchy, right? Somebody who is bossy. You could be dealing with a boss itself. Another queen. Surrounded by women. Bringing practical solutions. I think you're really focused on money. You're focused on your routine, round and round. Making sure the bills are paid. Making sure everything is working out. Virgo energy here. You are trying to keep the peace by staying out of it, right? You're taking a beat, you're taking a pause, you're evaluating things, you're looking into them, you're researching, you're trying to figure out a way to get out of this argument. Seven of Pentacles, so you have been storing things, you've been saving, and then another seven here. With the Seven of Swords, somebody is a liar, they're a cheat, they're not to be trusted. That could be where that argument comes from. This could be an internal struggle between your ego, you know, should I say that? Probably not, kind of thing. I think also this is you trying to get away from a situation, but without having that confrontation, you know, just kind of sneaking away at night. Queen of Swords here. So you're really just not engaging. You're disconnecting from the situation. So we got three queens. This could be a sister's argument. This could be, you know, three females, you know, something like that. Aquarius, Star. So there is a need for healing after this. The Moon. And then your outcome is another 5, a change. So there's going to be a loss. And there's this fear, right? There's this fear that it's not, you know, that this is going to cut off a friend from your life or a person from your life. And maybe you're detaching from that. The Moon also reveals secrets. So if somebody is lying, cheating, stealing, those secrets will be revealed. And it is going to be an emotional loss for you. You might be trying to figure out if you want this person in your life anymore. Let's see. What is this argument with the Five of Swords? It could be a sibling. Six of Cups is always a sibling to me. It could be a family member. It could be someone from your past or from your childhood. It could have to do with something that happened in your childhood as well. But I think this is just someone from your childhood. Could be an air sign or a fire sign here. Why is the Queen of Wands here for them? 10 of Pentacles, that's family, right? Could be over family money. All right. Someone might be trying to take over an inheritance for some of you. Yeah, this has to do with money or a house or a savings or something like that. You're trying to take the practical approach with the Queen of Pentacles. You're just trying to keep everything going good. Four of Cups, you're really disinterested in the emotional part of this. You're detaching. You know, you're going, okay, this is what the issue is. What can we do? You're kind of this growing up. You're taking a more mature approach. This could have been something that has happened before within you in this group dynamic that we're talking about, whatever it is for you. So the Hierophant, there's that Two of Pentacles again. Trying to get what's right, trying to keep everything in balance. Let's do this equal parts. We got to pay this. So this is what we have left over. Really trying to figure out the best approach to a conclusion that's good for everybody. You've always been pretty good at things. I think that you've saved up. Ooh. It could be about a house, selling a house, okay? Somebody here kind of is kind of honest to a fault. This could be you, Libra. You kind of feel like you know what the best approach with this money is. So why is the Seven of Swords? That popped right out. Nine of Cups. Can I get another one for Seven of Swords? You're trying to... Ooh, two nines. Nine of Cups, Nine of Swords. That's a spiritual thing. Yeah, like... You had... for some of you, there was certain things that... maybe someone, I feel like this is an inheritance and somebody was like, this is what I want you to do with the money. But, somebody here is putting a damper on your plan. Somebody here may have taken a large sum of money from you, Libra, and this was something that you had dreamed of having. It could be everything that you were working for, and perhaps maybe you invested in something and it didn't work out, or you are worried about somebody literally stealing money from you or from the situation. Whether you're investing in a new idea, whether you are receiving money and you had a plan for it, whether you expected X amount and it wasn't as much as you wanted, so you're just detaching. You're not engaging in that kind of energy right now, and that's great. We could have an Aquarius here. There's a need to heal from the situation. Secrets are being revealed, okay? And usually the star comes after the tower falls, chaos ensues, and then it's time to rebuild, and it's also time to heal. But the moon also reveals secrets, but it also is that, fear of the unknown. Cancer energy, Aquarius energy. I do feel like somebody here has said or done something, and it's now coming out in September. So there's going to be some drama. 5 of Cups here. Oh, we got the star. The star, yeah. There's a loss, but there's a big need to heal. This loss that you've occurred, this is saying you need to take a little bit of time and just accept it. Feel that loss for a little while and then move on, because once you recover, there's a really a great potential for really good things coming in, things that you've been really hoping for. Why is the 2 of Pentacles what we don't see coming? It is about creating that balance, right? Again, that 7 of Swords with the 8 of Swords. You need to get out of your head. But yeah, this is like trying to create balance after somebody has lied. They were sneaky. They were literally stealing. They were lying. I get you're dealing with somebody, or you're doing it yourself. I hope it's not that, but where it's just sneaky behavior. I mean, is it just money? Is it time? Have you invested time in a person and they ended up not being all that you hoped for? Maybe. So I think you're detaching. You're making practical, logical decisions, not heart-based decisions. And you're detaching, and you're grieving and mourning that loss that you've had to detach. You had to make a decision. Are you going to detach from somebody? And I think that you are. And it wasn't something easy, because it was really what you wanted. Whether it was an idea, whether it was the money, whether it's a relationship, there's this need to detach, to grieve what has been lost, and then turn around, follow your star, heal, and begin anew. So unfortunately, that is what we have. Now, with this round and round, it could be saying that it is something that you've experienced with this person before, or the situation before. You're going to take a more grown-up approach to it. And I believe also that it is a time for you to maybe welcome in new people that you can feel safe around. And time to talk sense, time to talk logic. What did that say? Hang on a second. Yeah, pointing out someone's bad behavior. Allowing someone to intimidate you is the reverse. Pointing out persons, but not backing down on the truth. Looking someone in the eye and being very brave, strong, and no longer intimidating. Surprising yourself. So if this is somebody that you've done this round and round with, you're not going to be the same person. You're not going to let them intimidate you this time. You're going to really stand up for yourself, even if that means that person is no longer going to be in your life. And I think you're okay with that. All right, Libras, I hope that resonates. Well, actually, I don't, because that's kind of not really a fun situation. But I will see you all soon. Thank you.